I took a poll over on my Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. You guys are deciding for me on my community page and on my socials what colors I will be painting this desk. This desk is for me. There's two groups of paints. DIY paint, which I love, and Dixie Belle paint, which I love. I love differently. I got from Facebook Marketplace and for $10, which is quite fair actually. I'm not going to be smoothing this down so it's a nice smooth finish. I like the chunks, I like the age, I like the missing bits. Before I do the inside of the drawers, I'm going to put gloves on because it's really that gross. What I didn't tell you about this piece yet, this guy is my entry for the Halloween / fall furniture challenge. I love these competitions. They're so much fun. They're super stressful, but I still love them. I don't mind the stress, but I really love them, and I always get really, really nervous. If you've come over from somebody else's channel to check out my entry, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Guys, if you are returning, I'm so grateful. I love you guys. So let's get into it. See that? This is why I put gloves on. I won't make you watch that up close. Whew. Okay. Okay guys, so I've let the poll go all day. It was a 50-50 on Instagram, so I went to YouTube and DIY paint won. So I will be doing these colors: Queen Bee, Marquee, and Summer Crush. All the repairs have been done to this. I have also put a coat of shellac on this because I don't want bleed through. I'm going to be doing a base coat in dark brown. I want the base coat to show underneath, so this is not going to be a delicate blending of those three colors. If you've never seen DIY paint before, because it's a clay and chalk-based paint, it dries a lot lighter than what's in the can. So you can see it turning patchy already. There are lighter spots and the darker spots is where it hasn't dried fully. So I'm gonna make my mixture now. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna put on some of the texture, probably not so much on the top, maybe on the outer edges. I have my paint, I have my water, I have my bicarb. I'm not going to be using my good brush. I'm going to use a chip brush. You eyeball it to about how much you want. Because I don't want a lot, because the desk is not that big. I didn't need a lot of water. It has about that much in the bottom. Chip brush, did I already say that? Probably 4 times. I'm going to stipple it on there, and then I'm sort of going to smooth parts over. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Maybe just in the corners. It's not for everyone, but I love this stuff. Seriously. And the reason that I did a base coat is because I like the darker colors, especially under that terracotta orange, that burnt red, and that yellow. It's like a mustard yellow. I want the dark to show up underneath it. Timmy's apparently very thirsty. Timmy? Hi. You thirsty? Yes. Timmy. No, you can't eat this paint. That's another thing, because it's like clay-based paint. My dog loves dirt, trees, all things natural, you know, as dogs do. She always comes over and has a good little investigation. So, anyway, back to painting. I'm gonna let that dry overnight and then come in with my colors. I really need to let it dry completely for 24 hours. I've got 2 rags. I've got Queen Bee, Summer Crush, and Marquee. Okay, they're my 3 colors. I've got 3 different paintbrushes, but they're all my favorite and I love them. I have no idea. It's a Dixie Belle brush. It's wonderful. This is a vintage tonality brush, chalk brush, also wonderful. My Klingon shorty brush. 1 brush for each color. And look at this thing. I got this Klingon brush. I'm going to be using it as a blending brush. I have my spray bottle. And I also purchased these artist boards. I'm discovering I like to have my paint laid out anyway and just dip on the board and then brush on the piece. It's not plastic because I'm, you know, personal convictions. I don't like plastic, so I wanted wood. Wood I have. Right, let's start. Stop talking and just start, Sarah. Love the way this paint smells. Am I weird? Probably. That's okay. I don't mind. So inspiration for my piece today came from Jodie over on Decoris Vintage Design. You can check out her page. She has a YouTube page and all her socials. She's amazing and I was super inspired by her. I have let it dry and I've also sat here and critiqued it. But that's what first layer is for. It's very bright and vibrant now, but it's all going to tone down when I put that brown wash on it. I don't necessarily like all of the color placement, so I am just going to stand the camera back. You have a wide view. I might bring you in for a couple of close-ups, but for the most part, I am just going to play with it and you can watch and see. Yes, 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 yes. This is what I was hoping for. Yes. Okay. This brush, game changer, game changer. Dion over on the Turquoise Iris has a brush, not this brush, she has her own brush. It's just the wide for blending. It's perfect. And I just keep turning it upside down depending on, right? So I put yellow and orange and then orange and red. And then depending on where I want the placement, I turn my brush upside down. Rag, chip brush, chocolate box, mixture of weathered wood and water, and I'm going to paint it on and dab it off with the rag. Are you ready? Are you ready for this transformation? Who thought I was off my rocker? You'd totally be forgiven if you did. I thought I was off my rocker. Ah, you guys! I'm so sorry. Hang on. Let me settle down. I was a little worried, just secretly, between me and you. When it dried, and it's dried so much, it's dried light, and I already know that when I put wax on it, it will deepen and darken, but it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. But now, definitely what I was hoping for. Alright, I had a moment of, maybe I should use top coat on this, but using everything DIY. So, clear wax for the DIY paint. It's great. It's made of all natural products, including, look at that, love. So, waxing the whole thing. Says allow it to completely dry, which I have 15 to a few hours, but this has been drying overnight, so we're well within that. Wax brush, check. Then I'm gonna allow it to dry overnight and then buff back. Yeah.
Ooh, that looks really good.
Thanks.
What's that?
Wax. So I'm gonna seal it and protect it. I'm using dark walnut stain by Minwax. I'm giving decoupage a go again in this drawer, and I got this paper from Heather over at Canterbury Creations. She's got an Etsy store. I will link that in my description. Sorry, I can't talk and concentrate at the same time. I know you guys have probably noticed that. Oh, okay. I'm gonna give Mod Podge, I'm gonna give it a whirl. We'll see how we go. Start. I love this half of it. I think it goes lovely with the paint. almost fits perfectly. There's like a few mil on each side, but I can live with that. Okay, so it's been drying for 24 hours and it says to buff the wax. So, ooh, oh yeah. I'm using a microfiber cloth. As I am sure, because it was bleedingly obvious in the video, you could tell that I love the technique used on this desk. It is not for everyone. I hope you enjoyed the process. I hope you enjoyed watching me make over this desk. The big brush, right, the blending brush, was a game changer. It just blended the different colors together seamlessly. I was able to feather with that brush and just lightly touch corners and areas where I just wanted a bit, like here where it was underneath was red. I just lightly touched it with orange and it feathered the orange on there. So beautiful. I absolutely love it. The wax on this has dried, and it hasn't fully cured. I think you've got to give it 30 days to fully cure. It's on its way. I can feel it turning rock hard, and that's amazing. It's definitely different to other waxes that I've used, let's put it that way. I hope you guys enjoyed this bonus video. I just want to say thank you to Kara over on Lemons to Lemonade for hosting this. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you along on my journey, and I hope to see you on my regular uploads, and I will see you on next week's piece. Bye guys.